Good morning. I'm about to head to work, which isn't exciting at all, but it's what's happening after work is what's really exciting. It is January 8th, so that is obviously the Wicked King by Holly Black release date, and she's actually kicking off her tour in DC, and I live in Maryland, so right after work, I'm meeting up with the hubby, I'm meeting up with the hubby, and we're heading straight to the signing, hopefully to get there pretty early. It's being held at this indie bookstore called Politics and Prose, which I've always wanted to go to, so I'm really excited to kind of check it out. But also to get to the signing, you have to buy their copy of the book. So I'm trying to get there early to buy the book, probably get in line. I'm not sure how it's going to work. But so it's going to be obviously the regular version, the white version. I still plan on getting the Barnes & Noble edition to match my set because I already have the black edition for the Cruel Prince, and I'm hoping actually that they'll have a hardcover of the regular white edition there too, so I could pick that up as well, so I can have both. Hubby doesn't know that yet. He thinks I need an intervention. He doesn't understand why I need both copies, but y'all understand, right? Alright, well, I don't know how much vlogging I'm actually going to be able to do, so I'll probably just take short clips here and there. I'm too awkward to vlog in public, so maybe I'll do some more in the car. We'll see. I don't know. That, and I guess I'm not sure how I want to do this, if I'm just going to do a Wicked King vlog or just a reading vlog in general for the next week or so. In that case, I guess I can update what I'm listening to now. So I'm in the car, and so I use Overdrive and Libby to usually listen to my audiobooks and rent from my library. But I wanted to listen to Arch Enemies by Marissa Myers, and is that who the author is? Why do I suck? Also, where's the thing I'm looking for? Hold on. One moment. Alright, so I usually listen on my phone or through my apps, but Arch Enemies by Marissa Myers wasn't going to be available for weeks, and I went to my library and they actually had the audiobooks on CD, which I don't remember the last time I listened to a CD, but my car has a CD player, so that's what I've been listening to. I'm really enjoying it so far. Maybe not as much as Renegades, but we'll see. I'm not even halfway through yet, so we shall see. Also, please excuse my messy ass car that you may have seen in the background as I look around for stuff. It's a hot damn mess back there. So I realized there are, I don't know what my voice is doing. So I realized there are two things I do not like about listening to these audiobooks on CD. One of them is I can't put it on 2x speed, so it feels like it's going really slow. And the other thing is literally I have to change the CD, it feels so often. Just only a certain amount of audio can fit on a CD. So while I'm driving and I feel like I'm in the middle of the story, it just cuts off and then circles back to the beginning of the CD, and I literally have to, while I'm driving, try to change it out. So it's kind of annoying, but it was free, so what can you do? Alright, so I'm off of work, finally. I was trying to leave early, but I really didn't get to, but it is okay. I'm going to pick up the hubs, and then y'all know this is serious because I hate driving in DC. I hate parallel parking, so I'm praying to goodness this little indie store has that small parking lot and it's not already super freaking packed. But I'm nervous because your girl can't parallel park. So we're gonna figure it out and hopefully get a seat there because it's first come, first serve. And I don't know how many of you hoes are coming to this signing, but y'all better leave me a seat. And I'm hoping there's not going to be too many people, even though that's really selfish, but your girl can wish.
Himself, I mean, I guess he's the Wicked King of the title. It's spoilery to say, I don't feel like he's that wicked.
I don't think he's the worst. Fair enough, right? They're saying,
Well, I don't know. It's maybe
wicked isn't that bad, but
it's kind of a jerk. Okay, alright. Yeah, he is kind of a jerk. I don't know. Is there some truth to the idea that chicks do jerks?
Okay, so with Gardner, I was interested in the idea, first of all, of someone who was kind of awful, but who was only kind of awful. And in Jude's mind, one of the things that I was was looking forward to when I was writing Wicked Prince was this moment when she had become terrifying. And she had become terrifying because she wanted to go toe to toe with him, and he was like, oh my god, I am none of that. Like, you have built herself up to fight an imaginary version of me, and I can't handle any of this. I'm not, you know, I'm not.
So I'm at my parents' house. Me and the hub stay here a couple days a week because they're out in the Philippines and my uncle's here and we don't like them to be alone. And we also might get a snowstorm this weekend, so that's my dog, Anakin. Anakin! Say hi! Okay, anyways, I brought my whole January TBR just in case we do get snowed in. Hi! I doubt I'll be able to read all of it. I've only read like one thing out of here, but I hope I get to most. Oh my god, these lights are all over the place. So let's see what we have here. I'm gonna have to move these lights. I have My Brother's Husband, which is for the More Manga Please book club that Ash started, that I'm following on Twitter and Instagram. I got The Wicked King. I actually got this. Oh, my post-it notes still in there. What the heck? I'm struggling, y'all. Hold on. Oh, duh. Okay. That was personalized by Holly Black. I'll probably put in some of the clips from the signing yesterday. That was freaking awesome. So I should be able to get that hopefully this weekend. That's my planner. I found this at my library. I've yet to read it. I know I'm gonna want to buy it just because it's freaking beautiful. And what is that? I guess it was someone's bookmark. But it's really pretty, and I love the Grisha verse, so probably going to buy that even though I'm gonna read it. I wanted to start The Runaways, and I swore that this was the first one in the series, and I'm wrong, it's the fourth, so I can't read that, but it's just here. And then I purchased my first 3 graphic novels, which I'm really excited about. I already read Paper Girls and loved it. I give it 4 out of 5 stars. I have Monstrous, and I have Saga. I've heard nothing but good things about these 3, so I should be able to finish those. And then I have Arch Enemies by Marissa Meyer. I'm about halfway through it. I'm listening to it on audiobook in my car because I have the CDs from the library. And then, of course, my beautiful Strange the Dreamer that Liv sent me at Liv Reads a Latte for Christmas. I started it, but I'm in the middle of reading like 5 freaking things, so it's a little bit hard to buckle down, so hopefully I can do that this weekend. I was gonna film a January TBR, but that just never happened, so I'm just gonna add this in. Also, look how cute my monthly llama calendar is. I'm too scared to commit to a bullet journal or any real kind of agenda, but this was already a failure because obviously I didn't actually film my January TBR. But I'm trying! So I look a mess. I'm still at my parents' house for the weekend. I finally picked up The Wicked King. I'm trying to slow down and not read it as quickly. I'm on chapter 6, so page 58. It's just so short when you look at it. How many pages is this? It's only 322 pages, and I just want to savor it. Usually I would speed read something like this. I'm trying to make it last a little bit longer, but I was like, jumping into the world just made me feel so many things, and where I just ended on chapter 5 with the quote with, I don't think this is going to be a spoiler vlog, so, but the last lines in chapter 5, you can see like the end of like the time lapse. I'm just like smirking to myself as I read it. It's so exciting. Anyways, I'll probably still finish it today. I don't know. I've been sucking with reading. Audiobooks have been like saving my ass because I'm at work. And then when I get home, James and I have just been watching The Fosters. We're binge watching The Fosters, and once we watch some episodes, I like am way too sleepy to even read anything at night, so I've just been listening to my audiobooks. Right now, I'm listening to And I Darken on my phone by Kirsten White, and then still listening to Arch Enemies via CD, which is still taking forever because you can't, like, speed it up because it's this old school CD player thing. And it's just taking me a long time to listen to it because I can only listen to it in the car because I don't own a CD player. So hopefully I finish all 3 of those this weekend, but we will see. Oh, also check out, I'm still in the holiday spirit, my Rudolph sleeping shirt. It's actually James, that's why it's huge, but it's so cute. Okay, anyways, I don't know if I'm gonna do too many reactions. I might. I'm trying not to make it spoilery, so I have to just think about what I'm saying, but liking it so far, only 5 chapters in. And I decided to read, like physically read the regular cover, because even though I'm so happy I did get to pick up the beautiful Barnes & Noble edition, but I don't want to accidentally mess it up, even though the other edition is the one that's signed and personalized. The other one's just so beautiful, and if I can always, I don't know, I'm just weird about collector's editions. Oh, I also picked up the white hardcover of The Cruel Prince, because I only have the black Barnes & Noble's one. So now I have the complete I have the complete collection now. Yeah. Oh, I'm trying to read some graphic novels this weekend too. I really hope it snows tomorrow, because that means I have an excuse of like not to do anything, and I could just freaking read finally. Usually the first couple months of the year, I can read a lot for some reason. Like I usually get ahead of my Goodreads goal in the winter, like in the winter months, and then into spring, and then I hit a huge slump in the summer, and then I play catch up towards like winter again. So I want to say the past few years, by this date, what is it, like January 11th or something, I would have read like maybe 6 to 8 books by now or something, and I've only read 4 so far, completed 4, and one of them was a graphic novel, so I'm struggling a little bit, and I upped my Goodreads goal this year, so I don't know, man. I hope I don't slack off more, but tomorrow should be good. I got to the line where he tells, Carden tells Jude to say it again when she says she hates him, and I'm just like, I had to close the book, put it down, and just go, why am I trash? Why? Why is such a simple line like that has me like blushing? What the fuck? I don't know what's wrong with me or what's wrong with us, because we know these books are trash, but such good trash. What you reading?
Your face.
Show them the awful spine of that book. What happened?
Your dog.
My dog.
Your dog tore this up. This was her copy. Then I bought one for myself.
Look at that mess over there. Sorry, go ahead.
And then she stole my copy to put on the bookshelf that I put together in the room that I made. She just stole it.
And now you have to read that copy since our dog destroyed it.
That's your dog. It's not my dog.
This is great. You never read with me, and you always say you're gonna read, so he's doing it. I'm probably just gonna keep bothering you the whole time instead of reading. Well, in the time lapse, how excited did I get There's a Filipino character in here, and I just started cheesing even though I knew it was coming, and I just went to that signing. This is what you do to me when I read. You go like this until I know, and it's creepy.
I know that's why I do it.
No. Tell them what you're reading. Tell them what you're reading.
In bed?
Yeah, just tell them what you're reading.
Why don't I just, when you're filming it, you can tell them.
No, just show them. So I'm reading The Gilded Wolves by Roshani Chokshi. I probably just said her last name really wrong, but Roshni. Her name's Roshni.
Her name is Roshni.
Roshni.
With
an A, because
with
her
the
mom.
A.
And we just met her at a book signing.
Like Katrina with the Y.
Like Katrina with a Y. It's the Filipino mom thing, I guess. And I'll probably put clips from the signing. But what are you reading?
Children of Blood and Bone.
Bye.
By Tommy Adeyemi.
How are you liking it?
I hate books with like
Oh, you don't
characters
like
in-
multiple POVs.
I don't like multiple point of views. Like, I really don't like it. But this is like really throwing me off because I really like it, but I don't like multiple point of views. But the fact that it's really good is making me kind of push through it.
And what characters do you like and don't like? He never reads. This is like the first time I've gotten him to read a
This
YA
is the first
book.
time. Yeah, I was about to say a YA book. Like, I read nonfiction, historical, and all that other stuff. But YA, I don't really read that much of.
Every time I tell him about a book, he's like, "Oh, that sounds interesting. I might read it." And he said that about The Mortal Instruments. Didn't read it. He
No.
says it about Six of Crows. Didn't read it.
Which one did I start? I think I started Six of Crows. No,
No, you
that's
did
not the one I started.
What did you start? Did it have multiple point of views and that threw you off?
No, I don't think so.
I can't remember. We just recently, I'm rereading Illuminate because I wanted to listen to the audiobook, so he's doing that with me. We had to put a pause because he was really confused. So that'll eventually come, but yay, I'm glad you like it. Maybe he'll want to go to BookCon since you'll be there.
It's in New York. I'm going.
Alright, so this vlog is a hot damn mess and it's all over the place and I don't know how we're gonna edit it, or we as in my husband edit it for me while I sit there and project manage. But I don't know what I want to do for vlogs yet, so I have a bunch of random clips. It was supposed to only be for not the first week in January, the week that the Wicked King by Holly Black came out. It was just gonna be a week vlog. But a whole week has passed already, so it's kind of like a 2-week vlog. On the floor in front of me, I have my January TBR as well as just a bunch of other random stuff, so I'm just gonna go with it. Alrighty.
Ooh. The star of the show.
You gotta give me a second. I'm
Okay.
missing a book.
Oh, wow.
Just keep recording.
Boo!
So, as you guys saw, I went to the Holly Black signing and I read The Wicked King. I'm pretty sure I filmed some reaction clips, but I loved it. I gave it... Hold on. I gave The Wicked King 5 out of 5 stars. And as you can see, I definitely got both copies of the Barnes & Noble edition and the regular one. The regular one was signed and personalized, but my dumb butt didn't get this one before the signing, so this one's not signed. So I officially have the entire collection. The Wicked King, I felt the same kind of things as I did with The Cruel Prince, where the first 2/3, maybe the first half, was kind of slow, but the last half really picked up the pace and it was freaking crazy and the plot twists were insane, and it just made me appreciate the buildup of the book, I guess. And even though I wasn't appreciating it at the time, the Wicked King was really, really small. And at first I was kind of annoyed because I wanted more of the world. But because it was small, I think it helped not have that first half feel like it dragged too long. And I really liked it. So I technically gave it 5 out of 5 stars. It's probably more 4.5 just because the beginning always feels a little slow. But really love that series. What's next? Okay. Alright. Oh, and shout out to James for filming for me because I don't have a tripod. And for some reason, my room, it's set up weird. Like, I can't put a camera just on a shelf and film. Like, the lighting was really bad and the angles were really bad. So until I get a tripod, James is probably going to have to keep filming. Wait, what are you filming?
Snow.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, there's going to be clips of when we were snowstormed in. I thought I'd read a lot more when it snowed, but it snowed over the weekend, and I still have to go to work on that Monday, so it didn't really matter.
Tragic.
Anyways, he's a teacher, so he gets school off and stuff. I read And I Darken by Kirsten White. I didn't know how I was going to feel going into it. Most books I read, I try not to read the synopsis, because I like not knowing going into it. So all I knew about it was historical fiction, gave off a fantasy feel. I actually really enjoyed it. I think I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. There was just some parts that really dragged, and that's probably why I gave it a 4 instead of a 5 out of 5 stars. I do love the main character, Lada. It's one of those, I don't want to say morally great. It's like the anti-heroine. She's pretty much a badass. And I listened to it on audiobook, which helped, I think. I think if I physically read it, it might have dragged on too much for me, but since I was able to listen to it on audiobook, I enjoyed it, so I do plan on continuing the series. I don't currently own Nevernight by Jay Kristoff, but that's the first book I finished in January, and I'm obsessed. I absolutely love it. 5 out of 5 stars. I love how dark it is, but how funny it is at the same time. Always enjoyed the smut. The only thing is, the main character is 16, so that made it a little weird, and by a little I mean really weird. But like most books that like tend to have smut and young adult characters, I just kind of pretend they're my age, or at least in their mid-20s or early 20s, and it just makes me feel more comfortable reading it. So definitely want to continue reading that. After that, I listened to The Ocean at the End of the Lane by Neil Gaiman. I gave that, I think, a 4 out of 5 stars. Most books I read will either be a 4 out of 5 stars, because I'm very particular about what books I read, and I tend to know myself pretty well and will tend to only read books I like. It is very rare I give something a 2, 3. I don't even know if I've given a book a 1 star before. So anyways, 4 out of 5 stars. I listened to this one pretty quickly as well. I don't know how long I don't remember how long it was supposed to be, like page-wise or hour-wise. I love the magical realism. I haven't read anything with magical realism in a while, so it took me a little bit to get into that kind of world, but I did really enjoy that one. Graphic novels. So I did purchase my first set of graphic novels. I don't know what the other one is. And I've read 2 out of 3 of these. So I got Saga by Brian Vaughan, I think. Vaughan? I don't know how to pronounce that. But I got Saga. How do you pronounce that? It looks
Ooh,
like
that's interesting.
It looked like it should just be Vaughn, but there's an
Looks like they added an A in there.
Vaughan.
Ah, yeah, I don't know.
Anyways, Monstrous by Marjorie Liu, and Paper Girls, also by Brian Vaughan. I don't know.
We're gonna go with Vaughn.
We're gonna go with Vaughn.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I read Saga and Paper Girls. I gave Paper Girls 4 out of 5 stars, I think, and I gave Saga. Did I give it 4 or 5 stars? I want to say 5 stars, but it might have been 4. But now that I'm thinking, I did really enjoy these. I definitely want to keep purchasing these and reading these. I really do like them. They're good when I've been reading for a long time and I don't want to find myself in a reading slump, and I just kind of pick these up. It literally takes like 45 minutes to read, and I really enjoyed them. So if anyone reads any other graphic novels and wants to recommend, please do, because I'm really looking forward to it. I do want to look forward to reading this, but I think I'm saving this for February so I can add more stuff to my BookTube Games TBR. So, graphic novels. Alrighty, what's next? So the next books are books I'm still reading and haven't quite finished yet. So I don't know if I'm putting the clips before or after this, but I went and met Roshni Chokshi, and I'm absolutely obsessed with her, which sounds kind of creepy, but I am. She's so funny, so pretty, and so freaking smart. I was like so caught off guard. Well, not caught off guard. That's not the right term. I don't know how I want to explain it. But she was just freaking amazing. She's half Filipino, half Indian. I didn't even realize she was half Filipino. But during the signing, I was just so happy. I got to ask a couple questions, which, like, James was very proud of me because I usually am too, like, scared to raise my hand and talk to strangers. But absolutely loved that signing. I am on page 139, so not even halfway done yet. And I can already tell you this is going to be one of my favorite books. I like the magic system so far. It was a little confusing at first, but that's with like every magic system I read. It just takes me a while to get used to it. It's definitely giving off some Six of Crow vibes, and I'm obsessed with Six of Crows. Clearly, since I'm in the Ketterdam team for the BookTube games, but I'm telling you right now I'm going to recommend this book, even though I haven't finished it yet. So, currently still reading this. I am also currently still listening to Arch Enemies. It's taking freaking forever because it's on CDs. I'm almost done. I literally have one disc left. But I've just been growing this bond with this old school CD system in my car, and I'm just gonna... Don't shake your head. So I'm gonna listen and finish this book in the car without speeding through it. So I should be done with this before February. I'm hoping to finish every current book before February. And I'm also currently reading My Brother's Husband by Gengaro Tagami, I think. I don't know. It's for the More Manga Please book club. I only got a little dent in it, but I can already tell it's super cute and I'm really going to like it. So this was really long-winded and I still probably have more books to talk about, but I feel like I'm just going to push it to February. So I guess that's it for now. Anyways, I hope to finish reading, so it's the weekend now, I hope to finish reading The Gilded Wolves, and then I'm going to start putting my TBR together for February in the BookTube games. So it's been real, y'all. Oh, I might put some clips at the end of me getting really drunk last night, so there's that. What was that for?
Huh? Nothing.
Anyways. Okay, bye!